ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचानूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम अखंडमंडलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव त्वमेव सर्वं गुरुदेव देव। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। First of all, very happy new year to each and everyone, and to all your families, and to everyone in this coming new year 2022. Puja Gurudev and Bhagavan bless us always with everything. We should be full, whether it is here or there. We seek his grace and blessings. Hari Om. Puja Guruji written one New Year song. I will sing that song and then we will go to class. Kshanam pratikshanam yannavam navam tacca sundaram satcha tatsivam varashanutanam te shubham mudam varashanutanam te shubham mudam uttarottaram bhavatu siddhidam kshanam pratikshanam yannavam navam kshanam pratikshanam yannavam navam. Sri Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai. I'll explain the meaning also. Actually, this line from Kalidas statement, Kalidas definition for Navam. Navam means somebody asked Kalidas ji, what is the definition for Saundaryam? Saundarya means beautiful, beauty. Then Kalidas ji answered that question, whatever, if it is any time fresh, that can be called as beautiful. Not anything. It should be fresh always. Guruji, he is saying, Kshanam pratikshanam yat navam navam. The coming year should be like that. Kshanam pratikshanam. Any time It should be new, new, new. That means our attitude should be like that. Only great people only can maintain their life in this way. Everything they take as it is as though first time happening, not old stuff. For example, this class, they enjoy completely as the first time they're listening this class. This is a great maturity in our intellect. You know, Swamiji, I met him 100 times, but even the 101th time also, we should receive him as the first time we are receiving him. Keep that thought and year long, be in that fresh mode. Don't carry any kind of old, dead memories. Kshanam pratikshanam yatnavam navam. And then, second one. Taccha sundaram Satcha Tat Shivam. Actually, that new year, this new year should be beautiful. We can call something as beautiful. It should be Shivam. Shivam means it should be very, very auspicious. So the next lesson from this line is, and every moment in our next year, it should be fresh, of course. We should receive it as it should be very fresh. At the same time, it should be very auspicious. Because many things we do, they are all not auspicious. Mangalakara Karikramam we may not do. So you have to do Mangalakara Karikramam, auspicious. That only will be Sundaram. Other things, they will give pain only. Even though that moment we may say, if it is not Mangalakaram, it cannot give beauty or happiness to life. Taccha Sundaram, Satcha Tat Shivam. In other words, Bhagavan Shiva only, that Sundara Murti, pray him. Varshanutanam te Shubham Mudam. This Varshanutanam, this new year, te, to you all, it should bring two, Shubham and Mudam. Shubham means it should give all goodness. Mudam means it should be happiness, goodness and happiness. And then Uttarottara Bhavatu Siddhidam. Uttarottara means in time. Siddhidam Bhavatu. You should be accomplished, or you may accomplish. Siddhidam means it is an Asirvachana Prayoga. Guruji is blessing. Siddhidam Bhavatu. You should be accomplished with all spirituality and all worldly wealth and all relations in this world. Everything should be Shubham and Mudam. Very, 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 very happy New Year. And Pujya Gurudev, एक भजन है हिंदी में, they sing generally. भगवान मेरे नैया अब तक तो निभाए ना, आगे भी निभा दो. Till now, this boat you only brought. In future also, please take me as you brought till here. अब तक तो निभाएगा, आगे भी निभा देना. In future also, please lead me, guide me, bless me. And Bhagavan, finally I have to reach your lotus feet. Hari Om. This is Notana Samatsaram. So we are studying our Dakshinamurti Stotram. We have completed all our Dhyana Slokams. Together we chant Dhyana Slokams, all 5. Then we go to class. Together. Maunau Vyakhya Prakatita Parabrahma Tattvam Yuvanam Varishistante Vasadrushi Ganaihi Avrutam Brahmanishthaihi Acharyendram Karakalita Chinmudram Anandarupam Swatmaramam Muditavadanam Dakshinamurti Mide Vatavitapi Samipe Bhumi Bhage Nishannam Sakala Munijananam Jnanadatara Marat Tribhuvana Gurumisham दक्षिणामूर्तिदेवं जनन मरण दुःखच्छेद दक्षं नमामि। चित्रं वटतरोर्मूले वृद्धा शिष्या गुरुर्युवा गुरोस्तु मौनं व्याख्यानं शिष्यास्तु छिन्न संशयाः निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम नमः प्रणवार्धाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। So till now we have seen Dakshinamurti, but we are doing our namaskaram. That's why we call them as Dhyana Slokams. Actual stotram we start from today. This Dakshinamurti stotram can be categorized as Praudha Prakarana Grantha. What, Swamiji? Praudha Prakarana Grantha. You must have heard from Gurudev's lectures. The main source for Vedanta is Upanishads. So if anybody asks what is the authority for Vedanta, this is nothing but Upanishads. But Gurus, our teachers, Bhagavad Pada mainly, he said, student cannot enter into Upanishad class right away or straight. First dose you should not give Upanishad. Somebody asked why? Because definitely you will confuse. What is this, Swamiji? That thought and this thought, there is no connectivity in this mantra. So many questions will come in students' mind. So what should we do? He says, we should introduce Vedanta to the students with other books. They are called as Prakarana Grantha. Prakarana Grantha means introductory books to Vedanta. He should study all the introductory books. After 1 year or sometime, then student, he can enter into Upanishad class. They are called Prakarana Granthas or introductory books. He himself written many Prakarana Granthas, as we say, Tattva Bodha, Atma Bodha, Aparokshanubhuti. They are all called introductory books to Upanishad, Vedanta. In this Prakarana Granthas also, there are two types. Few Prakarana Granthas they called as preliminary Prakarana Granthas. For example, Tattva Bodha is a Pradhamika Prakarana Grantha. Preliminary introductory book. Viveka Chudamani they call it is a Praudha Prakarana Grantha. Dakshinamurti Stotram also Praudha Prakarana Grantha. Praudha Prakarana Grantha means it has Vedantic thoughts only, but very deep thoughts. More analysis. It is not like elementary study, even though in the beginning only, it is not like elementary study. And we need some more understanding. That's why they call it as Praudha Prakarana Grantha. But the subject matter is same, like Upanishads only. In this Dakshinamurti Stotramala, subject matter is same. That is nothing but Jiva Brahma Aikya Bodha. Oneness with Brahman only subject matter. Jiva Brahma Aikya Bodha subject matter. How can you say, Swamiji, subject matter of Dakshinamurti Stotram is Vedanta? Because here the students were introduced as Varshishtante Vasadrishiganaihi Avrutam Brahmanishtahi. Bhagavad Pada said, the students, they already crossed Purva Mimamsa. Varshishtante Vasadrishiganaihi Avrutam Brahmanishtahi means they are completely thorough with karma and upasana. That is called Purva Mimamsa. In Veda, there are two parts we have seen. One part is called Purva Mimamsa, another part is called Uttara Mimamsa. In Purva Mimamsa, there are two. One is karma and second one is upasana. Karma means yajna yagadi. Upasana means Surya Upasana, this Upasana, Gayatri Upasana, ityadi. These students, they are not ordinary students. They already finished this part. Purva Mimamsa. Now they are ready to receive this knowledge part. Uttara Mimamsa contains knowledge part that is called Vedanta. Therefore, we can say Dakshinamurti Stotram is about Vedanta, is about knowledge. That is nothing but Jiva, Brahma, Aikya Bodha. Okay, Swamiji. So, from today onwards, Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji, he starts Dakshinamurti Stotram. It is little, of course, it's very famous stuti. Many people they know. Little long, big Sanskrita padam. Repeat after me. First slokam. Vishwam darpana drushyamana nagari. Tulyam nijantargatam. Pashyannatmani mayaya bahirivaha. Udbhutam yadha nitraya. Yes sakshat kurute prabodha samaye. Svatmanamevadvayam. Tasmai Sri Gurumurtaye Namayidam. Sri Dakshinamurtaye. Together we will chant. This style they call it as Shardola meter. Like Vedo Nityamadiyatam Pratidinam. Same way. Together. Vishwam Darpana Drushyamana Nagari Tulyam Nijantargatam Pashyannatmani Mayaya Bahirivodbhutam Yadha Nidraya. Yes sakshat kurute prabodha samaye svatmanamevadvayam. Tasmai Sri Gurumurtaye Namayidam. Sri Dakshinamurtaye. Tasmai Sri Gurumurtaye Namayidam. Sri Dakshinamurtaye. Namaha. Bhagavad Shankaracharya, last line. Namaha. Namaha means I am doing my salutations. Namaskar. Our Acharya always used to say, Namaskar, whenever we do to bias, particularly for Bhagavan and Guru, Sadguru, there should be two contents. One is Namaskar with devotion only, it will be nice. Bhakti Rahita Namaskaram is not beautiful. So it should be Bhakti Sahita. Bhakti should be there. Second one is our surrender. Surrender means Sharanagati, our helplessness. In front of Guru and Bhagavan, we may have something, but it cannot be called as a wealth or greatness, because in front of them everything is zero. So these two things should be there. We should cultivate that culture. One is bhakti, second one is asrayatvam. Asrayatvam means helplessness. Because in Narada Bhakti Sutra, Narada says, Bhagavan loves dainya priyatvam. Dainya priyatvam means that helplessness he loves very much. That is fact also. So Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji is saying, Na mamaha. Hey Guru, I have nothing. Mamaha na. Together, namaha. I am doing my salutation to him. To whom you are doing namaskara? Tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Sri Dakshina Murtaye. He used both words. Tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Sri Dakshina Murtaye. To that Guru Murti, he is Dakshina Murti. To him I am doing my salutations. They say, this Tasmai, Guru Murtaye, Dakshina Murtaye, they are all in fourth case of Samskrita. Fourth case. In fourth case, generally whatever you want to use, they call it as, Samana Adhikarana. Samana Adhikarana means they all equal. So here, it is an analysis of teacher. Here, Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji used Tasmai, Guru Murtaye and Dakshina Murtaye both are same. See, that should be the attitude of the student. So, whoever I am seeing my Guru Murti, this Guru Murti is nothing but Bhagavan only. That Dakshina Murti, that Parameshwara, that Lord Shiva, my Guru Murti only. That's why he said Tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Sri Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Guru only God, God only Guru. That's why Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. This way we pray. In one of the Dhyana Slokams of Dakshinamurti Stotram only, written by Shureshwara Acharya ji, he says, Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Ishvara, Guru and Atma. Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine. Their murtis are different. Murtis means their forms and names, they are different. One we call as Ishvara, one we call as Guru, and other one is called I am Shishya. Ishvaro Guru Atmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagini. But Tattvataha Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya. These three are one only. That is nothing but Tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Namaha. That is nothing but that Brahma only. Actually, in the beginning, student he should not add himself, but Bhagavan Shankaracharya, he said, Guru Murtaye Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Hey, my Guru, you are nothing other than Bhagavan only. Somebody asked Bhakta Prahalada, in spiritual journey, because he is the leader of spirituality, and in spiritual journey, who is the lucky one? Somebody asked Prahalada, who is the lucky one in this spiritual journey? You know what the answer is? Prahalada says, who sees Bhagavan in Guru? The Guru who is sitting on the dais, who is sitting on the Guru Pitham, he is nothing other than Parameshwara himself. If any students, if he has that attitude, he is the lucky one. Other people, they missed it. It happens, Sandy. Exactly, it happens. Many people, they see the Guru. Same Gurudev, he traveled all over the world. But few people only can see Bhagavan in him. Then whatever he teaches, that is the supreme teaching. Because his Shraddha level, His level of faith is in higher pedestal. So Bhagavan, he is doing and he is teaching a lesson. Please see Bhagavan in Guru. Tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. And my Guru is not common Guru. Then my Guru is Sri Guru. He used that word also. Sri Guru Murtaye Sri Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. They say in Gurus also many types of Gurus are there. You know who is the good Guru? Satguru is good Guru. Because if I go to learn Kabaddi, there is also one Guru. If I want to learn cycling, there is also one Guru. Everywhere Gurus are there. In school, college, university, everywhere Gurus are there. They are Gurus only. You cannot say they are not teachers. But my Guru is Satguru. Satguru means who can teach about the truth. He is full with that Brahma Jnanam. That is very, very uncommon. Because people are not with that kind of knowledge. But this Mahatma is that. He has a lot of wealth. Sripati, Lakshmipati. That Lakshmi is this knowledge about that absolute truth. Final goal of my life. To that Sri Guru Murtaye, Sri Dakshinamurtaye, I am doing my Namaskaram. This is the last line. Tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Namayidam, Sri Dakshinamurtaye. Now, connecting. Here Bhagavad Pada said Tasmai. Tasmai means unto him. Then he has to explain who is that. About whom you are discussing. That I will tell in the first 3 lines. He is going to explain who is that Dakshinamurti, who is that Guru Murti. So that will be from Vishwandarpana Drishyamana se hota hai. Now listen point by point. In this first verse, Shankaracharya ji introducing Dakshinamurti as a realized soul. Every verse has a particular knowledge. Every verse has a particular knowledge. In this first verse, he is introducing Dakshinamurti as a realized soul, awakened person. In Gurudev words, you know, he is the person who experienced that Atma. That way, he wants to introduce this Dakshinamurti, awakened soul, Jivan Mukta Purusha. Realized soul. Swamiji is going to explain that realized soul. What is his realization? This is very good thought in Vedantic Charcha. Many people, they say realization, or in Sanskrit they say Atma Sakshatkar Purusha ho gaya, Atma Sakshatkar Purusha ho gaya. Who is a realized soul means? Realization means what? Realization means what? So he start Yaha, 3rd line. Yaha means this Dakshinamurti, this Mahatma. Yaha Sakshat Kurte. Sakshat Kurte means he got Sakshatkaram. Sakshatkaram is a noun. Sakshat Kurte is a verb. Yaha means this Dakshinamurti. Sakshat Kurte means he realized. In Sakshatkar means he experienced. What in Vedantic language this is called aparoksha anubhuti. Sakshat Kurte means he experienced. Aparoksha anubhuti. Anubhuti means experience. Which type of experience, Swamiji, he got? Aparoksha anubhuti. Aparoksha anubhuti means sakshat. They say there are three kinds of experiences will be there. One type of experience they call is a pratyaksha anubhuti. Pratyaksha anubhuti means we experience whatever in front of us. Pratyaksha anubhuti. Another type of experience they called paroksha anubhuti. Paroksha means it is somewhere. Like someone is explaining about heaven. That is called paroksha anubhuti. But his experience. See, I told about now Bhagavan wants to explain about a Sakshatkar Purusha. So, but this person Sakshatkar is called Aparoksha Anubhuti. Aparoksha Anubhuti means this is not Pratyaksha, this is not Paroksha, this is the experience about his only. Immediate experience, Gurudev says. Immediate experience means his own. It's called Aparoksha Anubhuti, first-hand experience. Sakshatkara means first-hand experience. It is like I am man. This I am man experience, it is not a pratyaksha, it is not a paroksha. I am man, I am, that's all. I am a girl. That type of experience is called aparoksha anubhuti. He is that. First-hand experience. That's called sakshat kurte. Yeah, okay, Swami, sakshat kurte. When did he get this first-hand experience, Swamiji? Prabodha samaye. Prabodha samaye means when awakening was happened. Here Prabodha means prakrishta bodha. Prakrishta bodha means clear understanding happened. Prabodha samaye. Here also, see this Atma Anubhavam. First point, Atma Anubhavam is not Pratyaksha, is not Paroksha, is Aparoksha. This is first point. Second one is Prabodha Samaya means some people may ask, Swamiji, when I am going to have this experience? At the age of 60? Or in Sandipni Sadhanalaya? Or in the early morning? Because that time only I meditate in the early morning? Or evening time? Or Tirthayatra time? Or in Guru Samaksha? So many questions. Puj Gurudev says it cannot be say like September 25th I realized. Some people they say, when did you realize? I realized on September 25th. They give a date also. He says you cannot say like that. You keep on doing your Sravana, your Manana and your Dhyana. So it will happen. Prabodha Samaya means clear understanding happened. Not any particular time, not any particular place, or not any particular people. Anybody can get it. That Prabodha Samaya means it is not Samaya of this our calendars. Samaya of here. Prabodha Samaye. Yes, Sakshat Kurte Prabodha Samaye. He got that indirect experience when he got a particular understanding. Prabodha Samaye. What is that realization, Swamiji? What is that particular understanding, Swamiji? This is the main. His particular understanding is Swatmanam. Swatmanam means about himself. About himself. In the initial days, he used to think something else, something else, something else about Swatmanam. Now his understanding is Swatmanam eva advayam. This is his realization. Swatmanam means he understood himself as Advayam. Advayam means I am non-dual. This understanding he got. This is called realization. Bhagavan Shankaracharya wants to say. This Dakshinamurti got that. Yes, sakshat kurte prabodha samaye svatmanam eva advayam. I am non-dual. This understanding he got. Before something else. Our Acharya always used to say, whole journey, whole life journey, we do with this Swatmanam only. Swatmanam means, who am I? Swamiji, nowadays I am facing so much of trouble, Swamiji. My life in a bad phase, Swamiji. That is Swamiji, that is Swamiji. I am suffering too. And this is all I only. I experiences only. But my experience is this. My state of living is this. This is all called Swatmana Anubhav. Swatmana Anubhav always tragedy Swamiji, this Swamiji, that's how we complain. Finally, this seeker, he says, let them be. I plus sufferings are there. I plus bad moments are there. I plus evil thoughts are there, everything. He will focus on I. The captain of this journey. That's why he can be called as a seeker. This is the main part in the Vedantic Jnana Marga. And then he realized Swatmanam Eva, this I. Where I am saying, now I am suffering, Swamiji, now I am not well, Swamiji. I am staying somewhere, Swamiji, this Swamiji, so my experiences I am saying now, this Svatmanam experience is nothing other than Advaya Brahma. That's why they say, Avichara Kruto Bandhaha Vicharena Nivartate. If you don't think what I am doing, then that will be a bandha. It will give pain. Avichara kruto bandha. Vicharena nivartate. If you start thinking, then all the bandhas, they will go. Vicharena nivartate. All problems will go. Dakshinamurti, he did it. He did it and he understood himself as I am Advayam. Swatmanam eva Advayam. In today's class, many people, they discuss, generally we call Advayam, 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 non-dual, non-dual, non-dual. What is this non-dual, Swamiji? How he understood himself as that. Now we can say it is as that, but for him is Sakshatkara. First point is, if you want to know about this Svatmanam, main helpers are two. We must take their support. One is scriptures, second one is Sadguru. Guru Shastra. Then only you are a right person to know that Swatman. So what are the means to know about myself? If anybody asks us, there are two. One is scriptures, other one is called Sadguru. With the help of scriptures and Sadguru only, this Dakshinamurti realized about himself as Advaya Satyam. I am not a Dvaitam. I am not a one being in many. I am the non-dual truth. Okay. Swami, generally they say Advayam, Advayam, Advayam. What is the definition for Advayam? 2-3 definitions are there. We will think that is our own status. or our own identity is Advayam. Then we have to think, what is this Advayam? First one is Aparichinna Vastu is Advayam. This is the definition. Aparichinna Vastu Advayam. Parichinnata means there is a boundary. Parichinnata means there is a boundary. Aparichinnata means there is no boundary. That unboundaried material, no boundary material is called Advayam. Generally, if we see the world, so world is when we see 5 elements you can see. Other than 5 elements, nothing is there in the world. 5 elements are there. They are all parichinna, 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 parichinna means they have boundaries. Space is not air, air is not fire, fire is not water, water is not earth. And separately, they all are there. This physical body is also a part in the 5 elements only. So this is called parichinna. This is one object in the experience or in the creation. And another object is there that is called thoughts. Thoughts also completely parichinna. Parichinna means they have a particular boundary. Anger thought is completely different, its structure and position with Shanta Vritti. Shanta Vritti is different, it's everything, whereas anger Vritti is also different. They also have Parichinnata. Our Swamiji always used to say it is like different waves. If you see the waves, definitely every wave has its own boundary. In the same way, whether the Bahya Prapancha or Antara Prapancha. Bahya Prapancha means Panchabhutatmaka Prapancha. Antara Prapancha means Vrityatmaka Prapancha. Both have boundaries. But among all of them, one thing contains everything. But matlab it occupies both Bahya Prapancha and Antara Prapancha. Can you say, what is that thing which Vyaptam, which pervaded both Bahya Prapancha and Antar Prapancha, that thing is called I. If you remove I, both Prapanchas will be vanished. I know? Listen carefully. How can they say I is non-dual truth? Because in the complete duality, whether it is Bahiranga Prapancha, Antaranga Prapancha, this is all duality we accept. But in the entire duality, what is the common thing which is same for everything? That is called I. Whether you are anger or you are calm, but I is the same. I am anger, I am angry man, I am Shanta Purusha. I am experiencing air, I am experiencing fire, I am experiencing the earth. But as a body also, I am fire, I am earth, I am fire, space we say. But among the entire this Parichinnata, one and only Aparichinna Vastu is there. That Aparichinna Vastu is Swatmanam Advayam. It never broke. I am sleeping. I am dreaming. I am experiencing this world. They may play their roles, but I is the common same substratum in all. That is called Advaya, Aparichinnata. It never broke. There is no time Where I is not there, I am means an individual can say. I can be Swamiji without I. Can you say? No. In I only, everything they play. That aparichinna vastu advayam is me. This is one definition for that swatmanam advayam. I am that. He understood. Before the study, he used to think I am a vapor, I am a sleeper, I am a deep sleeper. And from their whole thing, his claims and his labeling and everything. Now he understood, no. They are all parichinna. But whereas me, I am that common, unbroken, same single piece. Our aparichinna Brahma. And one more definition is there for Advaitam. Vedantins, they say, Desha, Kala, Vastu, Atitam, Advaitam. This is another definition for Advaita Atma. Advaita Atma is not in time, Kalatita, is not in space, Deshatita, is not in any Vastu, Vastu Atita, Desha, Kala, Vastu, Atitam, Advaitam. For example, there are two persons. One is an ignorant person, one is a jnana. If you ask this ignorant person, he will say everything is in time. Some we call as past, some we call as present, something other is called in future. That time that happened, this time that happened, this time that happened. Everything without time, you cannot see the world. You cannot comprehend the world, not only see. It's very subtle thought. Huh? Think. Without concept of time, you cannot comprehend the world. Grandfather is an imagination of time only you came. Grandchildren. So everything, his intellect completely believes time is a original factor. It is leading my intellect. It is the main factor, a factor in the understanding of the world. But whereas this Jnani says, time itself is a projection of buddhi. Actually, there is nothing like time as such. I am Kalatita. That is his understanding, what I want to say. One ignorant person, he is a Kala Paradhina Purusha. Kala Paradhina Purusha means he is completely bound in the time frames only. I born, I die. He born, he die. It born, it die. Whereas this Mahatma says, even that time also projected by buddhi only. I am that truth, which cannot be framed under time concept. Kalatita. At the same time, Desha Atita also. For example, somebody asks, where are you? I say in a particular Desha, in India, in Dubai, in Kuwait. This is called Desha Parichinna. He understood himself as I am not bounded by this space. Because this space also is a projection of my buddhi only. Desha, Kala, and Vastu. Vastu means, for example, Brahmachariji, where are you? I am in this body. Where is he? He is in this body. But the Jnani says, I am everywhere. That is called Swatmanam Sakshatkaram. Now he is no more an individual. He is beyond all the bodies. They can be everywhere also. That's why he said, Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya. His body is now like space, because space is everywhere. In space only, all the bodies and vehicles and objects, everything they are moving. He is much more subtler. That Satya Vastu, Shuddha Chaitanya, I is everywhere. We may say he is a realized soul, but he says, I am not realized or non-realized. I am all the time, I am. That Shuddha I. Actually, whether you understood or not, I don't know. It is complete upliftment of a I. The same I we use for all limitations. The same I. Because that is the one only. That Advayam, he realizes. Swatmanam eva Advayam. This is the second definition for Advaya. Advaya Brahma. And one more quality they say, Advayam is Anantam. Okay, na? First one is Advayam is Aparichinnata. Advayam is Deshakala Vastu Atitam. Now Advayam is Anantam. Because present experience about I is Antam. Right? Present our status is Antam. Antam means one day it is going to end. Everything. This class is going to end or no, Swamiji? End. Then no, okay, Swamiji. About him also. He cannot say I am Ananta. End. Yeah. But the fact is that Swatmanam, that Shuddha I, is Ananta. Ajo Nitya Shashwatoyam Puranaha, Bhagavad Gita says. It is Ajaha, it never born, like body ityadi. Nityaha, it never changes, like mind, thoughts ityadi. Shashwataha, it is the substratum for anything. Puranaha, Puranaha means it is beyond time. Ajo Nitya Shashwatoyam Puran, that Ananta, this Advaya, not Anta. Because it is Ananta, it only gives complete happiness. Yo vai bhuma tat sukham. Na alpena sukhamasti. Generally, if anybody asks, what is the purpose of life? What are you seeking in the life? We all say we are seeking happiness. Even infant also, our goal of life is happiness. He wants to be happy. For happiness only he struggles. For school boy, college boy, or a professional, anything. For happiness only we are working. But we want to get that happiness from where there is no happiness. Because they are all alpa. Body is alpa. We are trying to get happiness from the body. It cannot give all-time happiness. Mind, intellect, or people, they change always. Yo vai alpam tatna sukham. Then what is sukham, Swamiji? Yo vai bhuma tat sukham. Bhuma means which is big, which is infinity. Infinitude only can give complete happiness. That's only we are seeking because that is our own nature. Why we are seeking happiness always, Swamiji? Because that is our own true identity. You cannot feel free in dukkham because that is not our house. Nobody can say, in pain I am okay, Swamiji. In suffering, I am okay, Swamiji. No, we cannot be okay. We will be okay in happiness only because that is our own house. So this Anantata only can give complete sukham. Yo vai bhuma tat sukham. Because it is Anantata means it is beyond all boundaries. Boundary only give pain. You have a big house, I have a small house. You have a long number salary, so many zeros are there in your salary. I have a very little zeros only, so I am not happy. Boundary is only painful. This Brahma is everything is me only. So it cannot be a state of that kind of mood. Bhuma. And moreover, these happinesses also because of its presence. See, this is the main truth. Yes, in Vedanta Panchadasi, they say, Vastu Sukhamapi Brahma Sukhameva. This Vastu Sukham, what we call, I have money, I have building. You know, money doesn't give happiness. It cannot, it's a paper. Building cannot give, gold cannot give. But some thought, it touches that Ananda Swarupa because of its quietude and peaceness. It feel like because of that, no, that happiness source is you. That is infinite, unconditioned. Without anything also, you can be completely happy. That way, he realized himself. He is called realized person. Swatmanam sakshat kurute prabodha samaye swatmanam eva advayam. Okay, na? And the last point is advayam. Final definition. Advayam is abhayasthanam. Dvitiyat bhayam. If you have duality, then fear will come. He realized himself, how he realized Swamiji? He realized himself as Abhaya Vastu. Beyond all types of fears, then no need to get fear. Marana Bhayam? No. Vriddha Bhayam? No. Vyadhi Bhayam? No. Dukkha, Sukha, no Bhayam. Because he understood he is not in that box. He understood he is the support for everything. That is complete happiness. This is another feature for Advaya Brahma. Abhayasthan. Dvitiyat Bhayam. If there is a duality, definitely Bhayam will be there. For everything, Bhayam will be there in duality. This way, this Mahatma understood. And finally, Neha Nana Asti Kinchana. This is the final, his understanding that there is no duality at all. There is no duality at all. Only one truth, that is Advayam, that is the, that was the, that will be. That is me. Swatmanam eva Advayam. This is called this Dakshinamurti Sakshatkaram. See? Actually, that is the one only there. Now we cannot say I am also that. You are somewhere and you are also, that is only one Satyam. One truth. Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari tulyam nijantargatam pashyannatmani mayaya bahirivod bhutam yadha nitraya yasakshat kurute prabodha samaye swatmanamevadvayam tasmai Sri Gurumurtaye namayidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye Tasmai Sri Gurumurtaye namayidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye. How did he get, Swamiji, this status? That will be the next class. That's why this way Dakshinamurti Stotram very, very deep to understand. So I am Advayam means how you will be, how you understood yourself. Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji is explaining thought by thought, thought by thought. So we should be able to connect with that understanding. Slowly you do the Sravanam. one day all the wrong understanding what I used to have in the intellect only, unconsciously, unknowingly only, we will avoid them. That's why we have to do Bhuri Sravanam. Sravanam should be very, very long, and with Shraddha Bhakti, if we do, then what to talk. So I pray Bhagavan, Shankara with a bhajan should happen to all. This is Shivji bhajan. Written by Puj Guruji. Jai Shankara, Abhayankara, Jai Shankara, Abhayankara, Parameshwara, Pralayankara, Jai Shankara, Jai Shankara. Gauri, sorry. Gaurivara, Gangadhara, Gaurivara, Gangadhara, Pahi Prabho Mam Karunakara, Pahi Prabho Mam Karunakara, Jaya Shankara, Abhayankara, Jaya Shankara, Abhayankara, Parameshwara, Pralayankara, Jaya Shankara. Kailasavasa Parameshwara, Kailasavasa Parameshwara, Pahi Prabho Mam Jagadishwara, Pahi Prabho Mam Jagadishwara, Jaya Shankara, Abhayankara, Parameshwara, Pralayankara, Jaya Shankara, Jaya Shankara. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo